Y'all know the motto, get a info, I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. To every other city, every city I go. From Colorado to the Bayou I go. Y'all know the motto, get a info, I know. My people know it's Mad Dog TV, let's go. Let's go.
What's good? What's good? On your way in, hit the like button, hit the like button. Big weekend this weekend. We got an early game. You know what I'm saying? That's the great thing about this week. We got an early football game. And depending on the weather, it's gonna pretty much dictate how the game gonna go, in my opinion. I do think it's gonna favor a little bit of UCF game plan because they love to run the football. And I do think that because of the weather, there's going to be a lot of running going on in this game. Shout out to Stephen Charles. Hit the like button on your way in. Stephen Charles says, Hola, hola, Mag Dog TV. What's good, Stephen? Come on, it starts. Takara World in the house. Wait, Mag, it's tonight. No, it's not tonight. It's not tonight. Shirley in the house. Hello, everyone. I'm excited. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a great game. We're going to break down the interview with Coach Prime and Romy Bean. But yeah, I think it's going to be a great game too. I'm hoping the weather is clear. I'm hoping it's not raining, which I feel like it's going to be raining a little bit. But I do think that we're going to be pretty much prepared because last week it was raining. Ronnie says, yo, shout me out. I'll be on the lookout, or shot me out. Yeah, definitely Ronnie. Definitely Ronnie. Yeah, man. So like I said, I think it's gonna be a great game. Um, it's gonna be a wet one. It's gonna be a wet one for real. But where you guys chiming in from? We're gonna give people time to chime in. I think we get another overtime situation in the deep Florida field of UCF. Wow. So you think another overtime? It's gonna be interesting right there. It's gonna be interesting if we get another overtime game. I don't really see it considering the playing style. We like to pass it. UCF like to run. But you never know. You never know how this one gonna go. They have us 15.5 underdogs. So we'll see. Tremaine in the house. He says Houston. Ronnie says it's going to be a bulldog fight, bro. Florida. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be a fight. It's gonna be a dog fight for sure. Absolutely. I'm not changing my prediction. Okay, we're gonna see. We definitely gonna see. Colorado need a somewhat dominant win. I agree. I do feel like Colorado needs to punch them in the mouth, get out early, and make it happen. Shirley says Alabama. Okay, chiming in from Alabama. We got Tremaine chiming in from Houston. Dark Boy says we need more zone coverage to stop the quarterback from running. Hey, that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. If we don't play zone and we play a lot of man coverage, we're gonna be in trouble. That's no doubt about it. KJ Jefferson, 2,000 career rushing yards. If we don't play zone and be looking for him to run, I think I'm gonna be very, very frustrated watching the game because if we know this on YouTube, I expect them to know as coaches. Big Red says Magdal, the O-line got in-house problems. No Khalil Benson, Tyler Johnson, or Cordell Thomas. We'll see. We will see because, I mean, up to this point, there was a lot of things they said Colorado didn't have, but we're 3-1 and undefeated in the Big 12. So this team knows how to battle adversity. So, yeah, those are major pieces, but at the same time, they still find a way to win. UCF D line isn't that good. I would agree with you on that, Lauren. UCF is struggling as far as getting to the quarterback. Block bully, Shadozi, Dallin Hayden back on the field. Yeah, those are big pieces of the team of players that's coming back. Shadozi and Dallin Hayden, I think it's going to be key pieces. I see both scores being middle 20s, like maybe 24 and 24. Then overtime, maybe 1 or 2 overtime. Then Colorado gets the dub. Yeah, I hope not. I hope we can go ahead and finish them off before that happens. Colorado all day defense win the game. Yeah, defense gonna have to be. I think defense is the X factor of this game. The way the game looks, you have UCF first in the nation as far as points. They score 40 points average a game. They number 3 in rushing, 325 rushing yards. So the defense is definitely going to have to step up in this game. They're going to have to stop the run. The run is coming. Or if we go man, we have to blitz. That's a good idea. Blitz. You want to blitz on the outside though, because you don't want KJ to get. You don't want him to scramble outside, because if he scramble outside, that's when he at his best. 49 people in the room. Hit the like button on your way in. There are 2 ways to a Colorado victory. The offensive line must perform well, and we must stop the run. Facts. I agree with you 100%. The O-line must perform well. We have to protect Shador. We have to be able to have some type of run game, and we have to stop it. I agree. Them Colorado boys got a point to prove, 1,000%. This is the first season we got to see you. I was hot too, especially about yes, I was very, very hot about Amari Miller. I'm hoping he can play a little bit more this game, but we will see. One thing about it though, I'm gonna be honest when I give you guys my thoughts. Yeah, I'm representing Colorado, but at the same time, when things is not done right, I'm calling it out. That's just how I am, man. I don't. Pat Shermer got to come on with the schemes, and we got to strike first and fast. I agree. Pat Shermer definitely have his work cut out for him. He's going to have to definitely come with it this game. We need to stop that man-to-man coverage and stuff. DJ and Preston getting cooked. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. 59 people in the room. Hit the like button.
We was getting a lot of pressure, so I was like, okay, cool, we're going to roll right here.
Shador rolls the pocket out to the left, looking downfield.
We put Travis backside. He going to get all the attention. Then LaJonte just going to be there outside, one-on-one. They're not going to think we're going to throw him the ball because he's like a shorter guy probably in that situation.
Rifles this one towards the end zone.
And I just trusted God.
It was LaJonte Wester. He scooped it up. Holy cow, what a play.
I just threw it up to God, and God answered the prayer for sure.
Shador Sanders has done it again. Buff Nation, you've got to be going out of your mind.
Welcome into Coach Prime's playbook. Such an honor, as always, to be here with Coach Prime. And Coach, I still can't stop thinking about the way that game ended. I'm curious, when he throws that first ball up to Will Shepherd, lightning doesn't strike twice. Do you think it's going to happen?
That was a crazy play right there, man. That was a crazy play. Let's catch up with the comments. Shepherd has to show up and show out. Yes, Shepherd is the X factor in this game for wide receivers. Obviously it ain't about what I think. I think Amari Miller is better than Will Shepherd, but according to Coach Prime, Will Shepherd is the guy. So if Will Shepherd is the guy, he must be the breakout wide receiver this game. He has yet done anything since being at Colorado. So if he's truly the guy, we're going to see in this game. I don't care if it's raining 100 Precipitation. He still needs to come up in this game. If TCU can throw for 400, why can't we? I don't know. I don't know about that one, man. I think we've been throwing the ball well. But you're talking about against UCF. I want to assume. I would agree with you 1,000%. Yes, if TCU can throw, we can too. I agree. Tell Sherm, we more. Tell Sherm we more bubble screens. I think he's saying we need to throw more screens. I would agree to that. I'm also gonna be watching K-State tomorrow too. Mag, we head to them next Saturday. Oh, that's gonna be interesting right there. That's interesting. I thought we played this game and we had a bye week, so I'm guessing we have a bye week after K-State. They use man coverage to potentially hide deficiencies in the secondary. That's why the QB draw slices the defense and run defense is spotty. Okay, that's interesting right there. So they use man coverage to potentially hide deficiencies in the secondary. That's why the QB draw slices the defense and run defense is spotty. It's going to be raining because of the hurricane aftermath. Yeah, it's definitely going to be raining. Old Miller needs to be in more of the offensive motion. Him out the backfield to get mismatch. I would agree to that. The DBs is good. Y'all have to understand this game here. We have to play man and load the box. We need eye discipline. That's all. Facts. Coach Prime, he spoke about this, which we're going to break down in a second as far as loading the box. Miller is better than Shepard. Facts. Defense winning this game for us. I agree. Amarian more hungry, in my opinion, than Will, and have better hands from what the TV games show. Maybe in practice we'll catch better, but game time, Amarian always show up. We have a bye. Okay, yeah, I was assuming we had a bye next week. Oh yeah, one more thing, Mag. I know Shador told interviewers how he done that huge play, but at the same time, I wouldn't told how it came to play, because now if throws that tomorrow, it could get blocked. Yeah, I was thinking of that as well when I was watching this interview. I was like, I hate that he actually told what this play was, because you never know when we're going to need another Hail Mary. So now that he pretty much explained, what happened in this play, team's going to be looking for it now. Okay, so if we focus on Travis, he's going to be looking for LeJohntay one-on-one. He just gave away the cheat code. Those are the type of things you don't want to give up. Vegas lining people up with that 14.5 spread. Hey, if you take Colorado money line, you can win a lot of money. Ask Coach Prime to let Welch off the leash. I think he's been doing that. We've been seeing that. They can't load the box. They're going to have to load the box in this game. Our offense should light up UCF's defense. They have only one sack all year. Haven't played anybody but TCU, who was blowing them out 4 quarters. Yeah, man, should have kept that. Yeah, that's something you don't give away the cheat code. You keep that in your back pocket. Mag Dog, I'm from BMT, Texas. That rain after the hurricane be worst days latter. Yeah, that's it's gonna be crazy.
Lightning doesn't strike twice. Do you think it's gonna happen again?
Well, usually when that happens, you're like, oh, that's it.
Right.
We didn't feel that way. To Shador's credit, everybody's up on the sideline. Everybody's into it because they know if 2 has the ball, we got a chance.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Everybody in the stadium knows that. We got a chance. And when it happened, man, we was like, oh, my goodness. That's the first time I'm seeing this angle. I haven't seen this angle of that.
Oh, yeah.
Of that play.
What's your take on it?
Well, I'm praying for Will. I want him to let it go. Because sometimes kids got to just let that go, man.
Sure.
We won because the time might have ran out, might have expired, because they had to come, and we didn't have any more timeouts. They had to come. We couldn't throw. We couldn't do the clock play. So it was better that trend.
And that's what I was saying after the game. I was like, it's actually good he did drop it, because if he would have caught the ball with us having no timeouts, we would have lost. We would still lost. So it was actually good that he dropped it, because obviously he was going to fall. the way that it looked. So it was actually played out perfect. What's good, Racino? What's going on? It's Miller time. Facts. Miller would have caught that pass. Miller would have caught that pass, and he would have stayed up. Miller has great balance, so he would have definitely stayed up, which you guys are about to see in a second. The D must win. That's facts. But yeah, Miller would have stayed up. I mean, let's take a look at, I think this next slide or after that, they're going to talk about Miller.
Just absolutely fantastic. And of course, every week, just marvel at the things that Travis Hunter can do.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting on the Hail Mary, Shador said he was the decoy. Interesting tactic. You make your best player the decoy.
You got to, because you know what the opposing team's going to do, because I know what we would do in that situation. The thing that amazed me the most, that 2 plays back to back, they allowed it to be a one-on-one. That it should never be a one-on-one. The last play of the game, and you know where the ball is going, because they did something so brilliant. They rushed from, like our weak side, the short side of the field, to flush Shador to his left, which was brilliant. So he had to come back and stop and throw across his body, but it's one-on-one. It should never be that way.
I hate Coach Prime them is talking about this play in details. You know what I'm saying? I just hate that they're giving away this type of information. I wish they would have just said it was a great game, great throw, great catch, and just went on about their business. I hate they're talking about, one-on-one. We know the focus is going to be on Travis Hunter. I just hate that they're talking in too much detail, because now you have the opposing teams that's on the schedule that's thinking like, okay, this is what they're thinking. This is what they're trying to do. So I just hate it from that aspect, because I feel like Coach Prime and Shador were too detailed in explaining that play. Because the way we've been playing lately, we might be in some more Hail Mary situations. So I just hate that they actually gave away that type of information. 140 people, 141 people in the room. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Ronnie says, play sleeping on Miller, but Miller is the show up and show out every time. Yes, I feel like Miller play set the momentum. It changed the way the game went. We was down 2 touchdowns. Miller makes that play. You know what I'm saying? It gives us that momentum. I feel like Coach Prime don't give Miller the type of credit that he deserves. Just being honest with y'all, man. I don't know. It just don't seem like he gives the credit to Miller that he deserves. I don't know. It's weird. Maybe I'm over analyzing that situation, but you guys want to hear in a second. He's going to explain that play, but I think that he put more focus on Shador rather than Miller. But that's just my opinion, man. I want to see Miller get some reps. I don't. Miller should get some reps. I understand Coach Prime says things like practice, but some guys don't practice good. You got guys that don't practice good, but in the game they do what Miller do. Because in my opinion, what matters the most is what you do on the field. I mean, if Miller is coming to practice, if he's showing up to meetings, he's doing his homework. He has good grades. He's not complaining. I think that's enough for him to at least play. So I just don't know how you can sit Amari and Miller during a game knowing that he can help you win games. It's weird to me. Runner says T.O. was big on Miller last year. Facts. T.O., Snoop Dogg, all type of celebrities. ESPN. Everybody was wondering who was Miller last year. Then the next game, for some reason, he don't play as much. All that is weird. King Ty is sad today. Titan Hall says, keep doing your thing. Salute, go Bucks. Appreciate that, Titan. They sleeping on Miller. He go to guy Prime. Louis, facts. Buffs need to run more outside zone as well. Are you a CU fan? King Millionaire says, I agree. The QB always gonna get more shine. That's true. But when you breaking down a certain play, you know what I'm saying, you have to give more credit to who the reason of the play. Like with LaJohntay Wester, I feel like LaJohntay Wester on that last catch was more better than Shador, in my opinion. But yeah, you're right. QB always get more shine. They make the most money. That's just the way it is. Miller must have bad practices. Hope Buffs don't get tucked up in man coverage. Hey, if they play a lot of man coverage in this game, we're in trouble. Anybody that want to join, give their thoughts. The link is out.
I think lost in the excitement of the way the game ended was that touchdown play to Amarian Miller. Shador won, evading the sack, and then Amarian keeping his knee off the ground.
His knee off the ground. Shador threw a strike. Amarian coming ready to play, jumps in the game. We're trying to rotate probably 6 to 7 receivers and just get those guys some playing time. But, I mean, just escaping to his right and just on the run, throwing a dart. And now that's balance. That's everything right there. Mm-hmm. And even Jimmy, I was like, please don't call clip, because Jimmy fudged him a little bit. Like, please don't call that. Yeah.
It was just absolutely.
Amarian is a dog, man. Amarian Miller is a dog. The kid is a dog, man. Let's just keep it a buck. Hit the like button on y'all way in, man. Hit the like button. 157. Amarian do play. He's just not targeted as much. Facts. But when he is targeted, he do what he do, man. He dominate. That's the crazy part about it. Shepard practice well and plays like, facts. Plays like doo-doo, and Miller practice bad and make more big plays, make it make sense. UCF 54, Colorado 17. So he has Colorado to not show up. Amarian Miller leaving. You never let someone know what you're doing. Silence is best. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, if I was Amarian Miller, I would have left last offseason, to be honest. You guys know I'm honest with it. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he stayed, it shows NFL scouts, because I'm sure they know it ain't just me or you guys. I'm sure they know that he's talented. So it shows NFL scouts that he has a strong mentality. So I feel like Amarian Miller is going to be successful at the next level. Let's tell the truth. Coach Prime said last year, Miller didn't show that practice, so he didn't see it in him. Yeah, that was last year. It's a whole new season. Bye week, then Kent State. Okay, facts. I appreciate it. I knew that we had a bye week. I know I wasn't tripping. I remember that statement from Prime. Yeah, but that was last year. What's good, Mag Dog? Time to rumble. What's good, Selma in the house? What's going on, Selma? If the O-line will hold up and the defense can bend and don't break, Colorado can win 8 or 9 games. I would agree to that. I think people here, former SEC wide receiver, give Will the nod. However, Miller will be playing on Sundays. That's a fact. Ain't no doubt about it. He's gonna be playing on Sundays.
So along those lines, when you lose a game, you often say, right, you get 24 hours, you got to flush it away, a bad play. But when you win, it's often the same sentiment. How do you keep these guys from keeping the euphoria of what a great win, great finish going?
Well, you remind them what shoulda, coulda, and woulda happened. You kind of highlight things that transpired that got us in that situation. We shouldn't have been in that situation. We felt like we had enough to outright win that game by 10. We really thought we should have, but we allowed some moments to escape us. We got some big penalties on some big plays. The officials didn't see it our way. A couple big catches that we made that were overturned, but we won. That's what.
Yeah, that's what mattered, though. We won. That's what matters. Of course, the haters gonna say, "Oh, it was lucky." This, that. But at the end of the day, 1-0 in the Big 12, 3-1 overall. I take that any day.
And welcome back into Coach Prime's playbook at Folsom Field. It's fun to watch some of those fantastic finishes. And such a treat today. We got Carter Stoutmeyer in the house joining us. And Carter, so happy to have you because you kind of got thrust into this role as Shiloh goes down. How did you embrace that role of next man up, staying ready for this opportunity?
Just wait for my moment to come. Just learning from my mistakes from last year. Just being ready. Whenever my number was called, I know I was going to be ready to go.
When you talk about learning from your mistakes from last year, what did you take and what did you feel like you've improved on the most?
Just don't let the moment be too big for you. Just know that you made for the moment, and you belong here. I belong here, so just showing that I belong here and I can play at a high level at this level.
Carter and I go way back.
Yeah.
His dad and I played together.
He says that clip you just showed tells you everything. Multiple times, Prime keep on the narrative on Shedeur not really uplifting Miller on his ability to get a touchdown. Exactly. I mean, I'm calling it out how I see it, Father. I felt the same way when I was listening to that. The focus was on Amari and Miller play. You know what I'm saying? And Coach Prime went to Shedeur. He went back to Shedeur. So those are the things that I have with Coach Prime, the problem I have with him. When it comes to Amari and Miller, it just seems like it's a reason why he don't want to give Amari and Miller all of the credit. It just don't make sense to me. I don't understand. I don't know if Amari and Miller behind the scenes may have said some things to Coach Prime. I don't know. It's just weird. It's weird to me. It's strange. But he always raved with Wester and Jimmy and even in the clip he said something about Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? And then it had nothing to do with Jimmy. So that bothers me a little bit, but it don't bother Amari and Miller. So if Amari and Miller stay patient and keep doing what he's doing, and he stay there all the way up to next year, and they get Juju Lewis or another good quarterback, Amari and Miller is going to be one of the best wide receivers they ever had. You know what I'm saying? Wester said they have been on Amari to be consistent since the spring. I mean, what can Wester actually say when he wasn't consistent against Nebraska? You know what I'm saying? So, again, I mean, let's keep it a buck. Besides that catch he made, which was absolutely a phenomenal catch, he wasn't consistent. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of punt returns, he allowed field positions to be worse on our offense. There's a lot of situations as far as LaJohntay Wester that needs to be more consistent. So how can he say that about Amari and Miller? They have to clean up the penalties. Facts, yeah. Penalties, special teams going to have to be a key part. With us having Jace Philly out, I'm interested to see how we're going to make adjustments with the kicking game, because kicking field position is very, very important. So I'm hoping they have a kicker that can. They probably don't have a kicker that's going to kick it out of the end zone. That's one of the things that I hate. But I hope they have a kicker that can at least kick it, you know what I'm saying, far enough to where it ain't going to hurt us, to where they getting field like 50 yards down the field, man. Because if that's the case, we in trouble. And you guys can remember I said this right here. If we don't have a kicker that can at least kick the ball, you know what I'm saying, to the 10, you know what I'm saying, to where we can at least get downfield, we in trouble. He said, I heard him mention Miller balance and ability to stay up, play it back, bro. He's doing the same thing to Miller this year. We all see what happened when he get the ball. Nothing changed. Sunfire Brown in the house. Hello, Mag Dog TV and chat from Georgia. I don't believe UCF passing defense can stop Shedeur and the receivers. Yeah, I think the offense is gonna have that way in this one. UCF haven't played anybody. Let's talk about it. Happy birthday, fam. Shepard needs to show up. Are we saying that there's favoritism going on? I think it might be Amarian's grades. The only problem I have with these type of comments is that we don't know. You know what I'm saying? We can't say it's Amarian grades if there's no proof. You know, so I would disagree with that, because Amarian is able to play. If you have bad grades, I mean, this is how it used to be when I was playing. When you had bad grades, you wasn't eligible to play. So that can't be the case because he's dressing out. So I would shoot that down quick. It's off the field. If it's off the field and he's still able to play, once again, as I said before, it can't be the case. He's a sophomore. There's a freshman in Alabama go by the name of Kyle Williams, 17 years old, playing right now for Crimson Tide, Alabama. Sophomore, freshman, that stuff don't matter, man. If you're the best man, you're the best man gonna play. Because at the end of the day, these guys getting paid now. So all of that young talk, that's out the window. You know what I'm saying? These are professionals. So there's no such thing as he's a freshman, he's a sophomore, he has to wait and sit behind this senior when this senior is not performing. So I don't want to hear that at all. Yard after catch don't have nothing to do with the quarterback. Facts. They don't have nothing to do with the quarterback. You right, Mad Dog. Too much info. Be proud, but be smart. This is a good one right here. We need Tyler Brown, the center, and Benson to open up the holes for the running backs and not get pushed into Shador. Facts. I appreciate it. You're absolutely right on that. As far as kicking, Mata has been trashed 100%. Mata hasn't done much in the kicking game. I just hope it ain't in situations where we need Mata to kick off, because we're in trouble. I hate that for Jace Philly. I humbly believe that Colorado would put it all together and win convincingly. I agree. Hope they run more of a bear defense too. Yeah, they're going to have to load the box. I mean, they're going to have to load the box in this one.
So along those lines, when you lose a game, you often say, right, you get 24 hours, you got to flush it away, a bad play.
And I was at the wedding with his parents.
Okay.
I remember when he was born. So it's way back. I mean, he grew up right around the corner. His parents built a home right around the corner from me. His dad is like my little brother.
Yeah.
So I've been watching his journey on, and then we had an opportunity to sign him. It was just a blessing. But this man is so versatile. He's a big kid. He's a fast kid, physical, plays corner, and plays safety, plays slot. He's very versatile, and I love it.
So you've known him for all of this time.
All of his life.
All of his life. What is it about Carter that you said, I want this young guy to play for me?
He's like his father. His father was a workaholic. There's no shortcuts with him.
No.
You know what you're going to get on a daily basis, and it's going to be consistent, and he plays with a passion and a certainty in his physical. And he's learning. He's still learning the safety's position because he's been a corner his whole life.
Carter been balling, man. Carter definitely been balling, filling in for Shiloh Sanders. This is another one of those situations where I'm going to be very interested in seeing if Coach Prime is going to play Carter more, because Carter been balling. I mean, he ain't getting interviewed by Romy Bean just because he's been average. Romy Bean bringing up players that's dominated. She brought up Cam. She brought up who else she brought up? She brought up a lot of beasts. You know what I'm saying? So this kid Carter is definitely been balling, and I'm interested to see when Shiloh is healthy, what they're going to do. Are they going to continually rotate, or will Shiloh get most of the reps? Will this be another one of those situations where, like some of you out there saying, oh, he's just a sophomore or junior, Shiloh is a senior? You know what I'm saying? Or will he play Carter more?
Carter, what did you learn from your dad about being a pro, about being ready, about, playing at hopefully even the next level?
There's just no shortcuts to being great, You got to do everything the right way. Whatever it takes is what it takes, Just being ready for the moment. You always got to do extra. If you're not doing extra, you're not doing enough. He taught me that when I was young, so that's probably the biggest thing I've learned from him coming up.
It's funny because I see him talk, and he sounds so much like his father, and he looks just like, his mom and his dad together, but it's just hilarious. Because me and his dad, I mean, he's one of my best friends, but we joke and clown all the time. But just seeing him mature and be this guy that he is, and I was there before he was even born. That's what's funny about that.
Yeah. Is that like a full circle moment? You played with his dad, now you're coaching.
Yes, coaching his son.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I wish his dad was on our staff, by the way. His dad is extremely intelligent as a football player, but he comes up all the time to support Carter, and he's so darn near all the games.
Yeah, Carter definitely can tackle. I saw a comment when somebody said Carter cursed out Prime last season. Stuff like that happens, you know what I'm saying? But Coach Prime been knowing Carter his whole life, so we can't really judge that. But yeah, I definitely remember that, and I thought about that as they were sitting down side by side when Carter cursed them out on the sideline. But hey, Carter definitely been balling. To say that he's better than Shiloh, I wouldn't say that. I feel like Shiloh is very aggressive with the way he plays. So a lot of times with him becoming aggressive, he give up a lot of tackles. But I'm hoping that Shiloh sees what Carter is doing and being able to fix some of the things that he struggled with before getting injured. That's dope. Coaching your best friend's son. Yeah, that's dope right there. Hill, Green, Bentley are keys to stopping that run game. Facts. Yeah, the front seven is going to be the biggest challenge in this game. I mean, as I said before, UCF averaging 300 something yards. I think they have 325, first in the nation in points. The front seven is going to be the key, the trenches. Those guys are going to definitely have to come through when needed. 234 people in the room, man. Hit the like button, man. It's free. Hit the like button.
He's a physical guy, but they have athletes. They have those Florida Dogs too, man, and those guys get to the ball defensively and they play hard.
I am curious, you're going back to Florida. Is there any opportunity to recruit while you're down there? Can you bring recruits to an away game?
Well, this is the way we do it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say this, but this is the way we do it. I'm going to be honest with y'all because I love you like that. But a lot of recruits that really want to see us, they will sign up to go to the game.
Okay.
On the behalf of the opposing team.
Okay.
So I may jog by and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? But it'll be a tremendous amount of recruits. I guarantee you they'll have their biggest recruiting weekend this weekend.
Hey, that's crazy right there. For a team to go and visit UCF just to go and see Coach Prime, man, that's crazy. And when he said that, I guarantee you there's going to be more recruits this week for UCF. He's not lying, because I saw on ESPN where UCF has the most recruits coming in for this weekend. And so everything Coach Prime is saying is absolutely correct. But I think that's absolutely crazy, man, for a team to go and visit the opposing team just to see Colorado, man, is crazy to me. That's crazy. How do we know he was cursing? Shiloh is a good player, creates turnovers. Let's get the likes up. Appreciate that, Damian Taylor, man. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate that, man. 1000%. Prime needs to keep something to himself. IMG taking a bus to the game. Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely, man. It's going to be, we're going to see a lot of recruits. That's 1000% on that sideline. IMG, oh, yeah. They should have Carter spotted QB this game. I like that. Move Trevor back at safety. Yeah, that would be a good idea as well, because Trevor ain't going to have to worry about coverage. They're going to run the ball a lot this game. UCF has up to 95 recruits coming in. Hey, there you go right there. 95. Hey, I can believe it. Too much information? Yeah. Yeah, they definitely give up a lot of information. Coach Prime looks at other things, not just talent. He looks at how many hours they watch film, how much you are putting in outside of practice and all of that. Be right, wrong, or indifferent. Yeah, he has that old school style approach. I like Colorado defense without Shallow. Sorry, Shallow, but the defense looks way better without Shallow. Shallow makes impact hits when his head is right. Carter doesn't make impact plays. Cam gonna be the leading tackler this week, I think. Yeah, I do feel like Cam is going to be one of the X factors of the game. I have him predicted to force a turnover this week because KJ Jefferson has either fumbled the ball, threw an interception in the last 3 games. So I do feel like Cam is going to be one of those guys that's going to create a turnover with the weather. If it's raining, he's going to have a lot of opportunities to create a forced fumble. Do you think Khalil Benson is living up to the hype? Yes, I do think Khalil Benson is living up to the hype. He's been getting a bad rap. For what reason, I have no idea. Maybe it's personality, but when you cut on the film, you cut on the tape, Khalil Benson is doing his job. You know, he's not the weak link. Tyler Brown has to step up. Jordan Seaton, you know, he has to step up. But according to the PFF grades, Khalil Benson been doing his thing. 300 recruits confirmed for the game. If it was 1,000 recruits, I would not be surprised. Might see Wester and Chainsaw get some action. Both grade out well against the run. Jalen Wester, prime effect, facts. Jimmy Horn going home to turn up with 2 TDs. Hey, that's gonna be nice to see. I can believe that. Protect your pieces. Happy Friday. Facts. Bentley, Hill, Green, Chainsaw, Wester, and JB should be the only linebackers this game. No need for Woods on defense. Put him on special teams. We need some help on special teams. Everybody needs to show up in this game, players and coaches. I would agree. Hill Green is a beast at linebacker, true linebacker 1. We got to play all quarters with a chip on the shoulders. I agree. Wester was graded 90 versus the run as a linebacker last year. Viral says, I want to see all the Florida boys eat this game. Yeah, I do too. What's good, my bro? I see this being a low-scoring game. Oh, yes. I see it going under that 63. They got it going 63.5 total. I see it going under that. Because UCF likes to run. You know what I'm saying? You guys going to see in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all the stats.
It's a playbook, and it's time now for Who's Next, a trip down to your home state to take on UCF, Central Florida, and this team is running quite the prolific offense. Let's take a look. They're 3-0 right now. They're averaging almost 46 points per game, 3rd in the nation in yards per game, 1st in rushing yards. That's a lot of rushing yards.
That's a lot of running.
Yeah, and of course, they're the 2017 national champions. We know this. Let's hear from head coach Gus Malzahn, whose team has only sacked the quarterback 1 time all season, and he knows it's going to have to be a lot better against Shedeur Sanders.
That's going to be a big key to the game. I mean, there's no doubt about it. I mean, when you let the guy sit back there and have time, I mean, he does a good job. As a matter of fact, he does a pretty good job even when he doesn't have time. You know, he'll hang in there, man. Impressive. Watch him on film. He'll hang in there to the last second, take a lick, and deliver the ball and get back up the next play.
So you guys just saw the stats. You know what I'm saying? I don't just say these things up in front of the camera to be saying it. I've looked over this stuff. I researched. You know what I'm saying? They run the football. It's clear and obvious. The amount of yards they have is clear and obvious. They're going to run the football. And Colorado should know that. Everybody and their mother should know that. And so you should be able to stop the run if you load the box up. You know what I'm saying? But do you guys not think other teams loaded the box up? You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's still going to be it's going to be a challenge. They ain't leading the nation, you know, top 5 in rushing, number 1 with the most points, you know what I'm saying, for no reason. So you're going to have to be able to come with it this game. It says, do you have a prediction for this game? Shout out to Protect Your Peace. Appreciate you for the super chat. My prediction for the game, it's going to rain according to the weather. Colorado, some of the players used to actual weather as far as being in Florida. I think it's gonna be kind of hot as well. I'm gonna say maybe like a 28-14, 28-21 type of game. Very similar to the other guy with the 27-24. It's gonna be somewhere up in the 20s. What is your thoughts on the development of our O-line with the consistent shuffling of the O-line? I think that right now they're just trying to find their identity. You got a lot of movement going on with the O-line, as you just stated. So they're just trying to figure out, they're trying to figure out everybody's identity, what they're comfortable with. So it's a learning process for sure with guys moving around. So I'm going to be interested to see how they're going to be able to continually keep this up within season, but obviously these guys transfer from other places. So some of these guys never really played together. So that is a big deal as well with guys transferring. That's why I can understand why Nick Saban was so great at what he did when he recruited actual recruits, because he had 3-4 years to develop these guys, 3-4 years for these guys to grow together. You can build chemistry with these guys, but when you're getting guys from the transfer portal, it's like it's quick. Everything is fast. You got to learn fast with guys beside you. So, but I mean, they've been able to make it happen. 3-1, 1-0 in the Big 12. But it's definitely a challenge. 38-17 Buffs. With UCF would have 2 turnovers. Hey, KJ is known to turn it over. He definitely known to turn the ball over. Texas in the house. Linebackers need to not overshoot their gaps. The DBs need to come up and press at the line of scrimmage. I think I would agree to that, but I would try everything if I'm on the defensive side of the ball. Zone, shoot gaps. I mean, you got to do everything against KJ. Hey, guys, maybe it's as simple as is a sophomore. He's trying to get the seniors drafted. Could be. Seniority, maybe it could be. Freshman, senior, junior, don't matter. Standard is standard. Facts. If we can't stop the run, we're going to take a huge chunk out of their game. If we can, okay, yeah, I agree. If we can stop the run, we're going to take a huge chunk out of their game, 1,000%. They don't want to throw the ball. With the stats that we just seen, they do not want to throw the ball. So, yeah, if we force them to throw it, definitely we can win this game by, at least 2 touchdowns. 28-14, I like that. 375, yeah, 375 is crazy. That's a lot of yards. Man. That's saying that, hey, we running the ball whether you know it or not. Like, we don't care if we're going to run it. We still going to run it. That is wild to me.
He's a physical guy, but they have athletes. They have those Florida dogs too, man, and those guys get to the ball defensively and they play hard.
I am curious, you're going back to Florida. Mm-hmm. Is there any opportunity to recruit while you're down there? Can you bring recruits to an away game?
Well, this is the way we do it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say this, but this is the way we do it. I'm going to be honest with y'all because I love you like that. But a lot of recruits that really want to see us, they will sign up to go to the game.
Okay.
On the behalf of the opposing team.
Okay.
So I may jog by and say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? But it'll be a tremendous amount of recruits. I guarantee you they'll have their biggest recruiting weekend this weekend.
Mm-hmm. You look at a defense that hasn't had a lot of luck getting to a quarterback. How does Shedeur approach this one?
He studies his butt off and he prepares. He knows that something that we were inadequate about this past week, they're going to use. Mm-hmm. They're going to watch that film and they're going to have some kind of blitz that we can handle, or pressures that we can handle a week ago. They usually come from high and drop the safety down and blitz from far away. Prayerfully, we can see it coming. They run the heck out of the football. Yeah. That's the number one thing. Yeah. We got to protect Shedeur. We do know that, like we do every week. but we got to stop the darn run.
Yeah. How do you elevate for a team that's rushing almost 400 yards a game?
Yeah, you put everybody in the box. Everybody in the box. Even my mama was going to be in the box this week trying to stop the run. Everybody. They are physical. They don't make a lot of mistakes. They played some good, sound football, and they keep the pressure on the quarterback. Is about 250. He's a physical guy.
That's crazy.
That's so great. Before we wrap, I want to talk about KJ, their quarterback. Big guy, as you mentioned.
Yes.
What challenges does he bring?
Physical guy, could run, has a hold in their offense. Yeah, he's had success, the place he's been. But the kid can throw the ball as well. He's not just a guy that can just run the football. He's a big, forceful guy, but he can also throw the ball. And they want one-on-ones on the outside, and that's what he's going to do. One-on-ones, he's going to try to put it where he needs to place it.
It'll be interesting. Now I'm just interested to see how many recruits are going to be on the sideline.
No, it's going to be crazy.
I feel like I'm going to be watching.
No, I guarantee.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guarantee you. Yeah, every recruit in Florida is going to be on that sideline.
I love it. I cannot wait. Hopefully the hurricane doesn't stop it.
Yeah.
Me either, man. I hope the hurricane don't stop it neither. Protect Your Peace says 255 people watching, 87 likes, man. That's crazy work right there. But hey, that's how it is, man. That's just how life is, man. You have people that just rather sit back and not support. It don't make me no difference, man. But if you want to support, just hit the like. Holy Pride says we have good old linemen. Just change blocking schemes. Give them options instead of just one way to block. Deal with power rushers and speed rushers. Be able to adjust. Sap and Prime live in Florida legends. Facts. I agree. Please hit the like button. Appreciate it. Lord, not him. I also like the fact that Coach Prime called out them Florida dogs on UCF team. It shows respect to those players. Yeah, Coach Prime always raved about the Florida players. And hey, it's gonna be a good game. That's why I disagree with Las Vegas saying it's gonna be a blowout. No, it's gonna be a dog fight. I hate good running quarterbacks with good running backs. Me too. I hate that also because it's just like Baltimore Ravens. You have to deal with Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry. So even if you know they're gonna run the ball, you still gotta stop it. So and then like Coach Prime just stated, KJ can still throw the football. So you gotta worry about three things. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback running, the running back running, and him throwing it. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot you got to worry about. Even on pass plays, you still got to worry about him running the ball. So this is going to be the biggest challenge we faced all year. 1,000%. Prayers for Florida. Facts. Yeah, prayers for Florida. 46 defense can stop all that. I hope so. If it does, it'll be great. We'll be the first defense to show how to stop it because obviously nobody has stopped it yet. Y'all hit the like button. Appreciate it. Anyone notice Seaton getting downfield on pass plays to make blocks for receivers? Dude moves. Hill, Green, and Benson will have an exceptional game against the run heavy squad. I think so as well. I really do. I feel like they're going to have a good game. I would agree to that. I got to Florida on Wednesday morning earlier than usual because the Florida hurricane can't wait until Saturday. Okay, yeah, that's dope, man. It's good you made it safely. I almost missed the show. I didn't get my notifications. Yeah, sometimes you have to subscribe, then resubscribe, but I'm glad you made it. Shake hands with Destiny. Appreciate it. Try not to get behind. Oh, yes, we can't get behind. We cannot get behind. The worst thing to do is get behind a running team because then they can just control the game. The worst thing to do is get behind a running team. All that second half football we be playing a lot of times, you can't do that against a running team. You get far behind, you in trouble. Please hit the like button. Travis will be on lockdown mode with that CFU wide receiver. I would agree to that, but I don't think we're going to see a lot of action with that CFU UCF wide receiver, CFU wide receiver, because once again they're gonna run the ball. 23-20. Special teams must be better. We can't give them a short field. If we play ST like last week, could be a long day. I agree. Special teams is going to be a very important piece of this game. I think they have Xavier Townsend in the backfield returning kicks. Very electric. He fast. He make plays. And if he's going to have a lot of we don't have Jace Feely kicking the ball, so he's going to get a chance to return a lot of kicks. Look out for Kobe Hudson on UCF too, as well as the run game. We stopped that. We in good shape. We just simply have to bring it all. I agree. Over 100 recruits. Yeah, that's crazy. Over 100 recruits. What I do like is Livingston was in the same division as Lamar. Hey, that's good. That's a hell of a comment right here. So he knows what it takes to stop an offense like that. I'm happy you keep it real. You cover CU football, but you be honest and not blinded by shenanigans. Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. So we'll run through this one more time for those that just chimed in before we get out. We'll break down each part of the slides, and we'll get up out of here. I think it's going to be a great game, though. Let's do it one more time.
We was getting a lot of pressure, so I was like, okay, cool, we're going to roll right here.
Shador rolls the pocket out to the left, looking downfield.
We put Travis backside. He going to get all the attention. Then LaJonte just going to be there outside, one-on-one. They're not going to think we're going to throw him the ball because he's like a shorter guy probably in that situation.
Rifles this one towards the end zone.
I just trust the guy.
It was LaJonte Wester. He scooped it up. Holy cow, what a play.
I just threw it up to God, and God answered the prayer for sure.
Shador Sanders has done it again. Buff Nation, you've got to be going out of your mind.
Welcome into Coach Prime's playbook. Such an honor, as always, to be here with Coach Prime. And Coach, I still can't stop thinking about the way that game ended. I'm curious, when he throws that first ball up to Will Shepherd, lightning doesn't strike twice. Do you think it's going to happen?
Yeah, crazy play. What I do like, we read that. Special teams is cold garbage. They're going to have to make some adjustments on special teams this game. That's for sure. If they don't, we're going to have a long day. Protect Your Peace says, Dre Grant, cash out. Please hit the like button and enjoy the game tomorrow. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Pray you can go to another game, Mag Dog, and go live. Blessings to you and your family. Appreciate that, Gail. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to definitely try to get to a home game.
Lightning doesn't strike twice. Do you think it's going to happen again?
Well, usually when that happens, you're like, oh, that's it.
Right.
We didn't feel that way. To Shador's credit, everybody's up on the sideline. Everybody's into it because they know if two has the ball, we got a chance.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. Everybody in the stadium knows that. We got a chance. And when it happened, man, we was like, oh, my goodness. You know, that's the first time I'm seeing this angle. I haven't seen this angle of that.
Oh, yeah.
Of that play.
What's your take on it?
Well, I'm praying for Will. I want him to let it go. Because sometimes kids got to just let that go, man.
Sure.
We won because the time might have ran out, might have expired, you know, because they had to come. And we didn't have any more timeouts. They had to come. We couldn't throw. We couldn't do the clock play. So it was better.
Yeah.
That trend.
Hudson says Hudson is the highest OF offensive rated wide receiver at 93. He's the go-to guy. But I would just let him, like they said, just put him matched up with Travis Hunter, stop the run. Kansas State, Colorado, yeah, 1 week at a time. And then we have a bye week after this game. So we're going to have more time to prepare for that game. But, yeah, that's going to be a good game too, though. Kansas State versus Colorado. Yeah, you're right on that. My hope is Colorado is to win convincingly. They have to erase from the mind of people their bad play, give up the big plays. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Absolutely fantastic. And of course, every week just marvel at the things that Travis Hunter can do.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting on the Hail Mary, Shedeur said he was the decoy. Interesting tactic. You make your best player the decoy.
You got to, because you know what the opposing team's going to do, because I know what we would do in that situation. The thing that amazed me the most, that 2 plays back to back, they allowed it to be a one-on-one. That it should never be a one-on-one. The last play of the game, and you know where the ball is going, because they did something so brilliant. They rushed from, like our weak side, the short side of the field, to flush Shedeur to his left, which was brilliant. So he had to come back and stop and throw across his body, but it's one-on-one. It should never be that way.
Let's see. Special teams must be better. We can't give them a short field. If we played special team last week, yeah, I agreed with that. Let's keep it going. Colorado play selection for rhythm is critical. We got to have it go in our play section. Yeah, I would agree.
I think lost in the excitement of the way the game ended was that touchdown play to Amarian Miller. Shedeur won, evading the sack, and then Amarian keeping his knee off the ground.
His knee off the ground. Shedeur threw a strike. Amarian coming ready to play, jumps in the game. We're trying to rotate probably 6 to 7 receivers and just get those guys some playing time. But, just escaping to his right and just on the run, throwing a dart. And that's balance. That's everything right there. And even Jimmy, I was like, please don't call clip, because Jimmy punched him a little bit. Like, please don't call that. Yeah.
It was just absolutely.
Yeah, I hope we see Amari and Miller a lot this game. So I see there's no comments, so we'll keep the slides going.
So along those lines, when you lose a game, you often say, right, you get 24 hours, you got to flush it away, a bad play. But when you win, it's often the same sentiment. How do you keep these guys from keeping the euphoria of what a great win, great finish going?
Well, you remind them what shoulda, coulda, and woulda happened. You kind of highlight things that transpired that got us in that situation. We shouldn't have been in that situation. We felt like we had enough to outright win that game by 10. We really thought we should have, but we allowed some moments to escape us. We got some big penalties on some big plays. The officials didn't see it our way. A couple big catches that we made that were overturned, but we won. That's what.
Object is to win any way you can, 100%. However you win, as long as you win, that's what matters the most. So that's pretty much it. I just wanted to get on here, and go live with y'all before the game. I think it's going to be a very good game, man, 1,000%. We got to stop the run, though. If we can't stop the run, we have no chance in this football game. So hit the like button on y'all way out. Definitely appreciate all y'all for chiming in. And let's make it happen, man. Let's get this dub. Let's go 2-0 in the Big 12.
It's a playbook, and it's time now for Who's Next, a trip down to your home state to take on UCF, Central Florida, and this team is running quite the prolific offense. Let's take a look. They're 3-0 right now. They're averaging almost 46 points per game, third in the nation in yards per game, first in rushing yards. That's a lot of rushing yards.
That's a lot of running.
Yeah, and of course, they're the 2017 national champions. We know this. Let's hear from head coach Gus Malzahn, whose team has only sacked the quarterback one time all season, and he knows it's going to have to be a lot better against Shedeur Sanders.
That's going to be a big key to the game. There's no doubt about it. When you let the guy sit back there and have time, he does a good job. As a matter of fact, he does a pretty good job even when he doesn't have time. He'll hang in there, man. Impressive. Watch him on film. He'll hang in there.